Annabelle as always. Welcome back. So it is Monday, brand new week as always. So let's go ahead and crack into this week's reviews. We are starting off the week with Housebound, which I actually rented from my local library. I actually also rented a couple of books, too, because, fun little fact, libraries have books, not just movies and video games. I'm just saying. But anyway, I've been kind of coming across this at my library for, like, a while now, and I finally just kind of, checked it out to, literally check it out. Knew really nothing about this, movie. I think I've heard about it, maybe come across it on like Shudder or like Netflix or something. I think it's floating around there somewhere. But yeah, I mean, I really didn't like know anything about this movie, promise or anything. But what a fun good time this movie is. It's kind of like more of a horror comedy and everything. It's a fun little movie. So basic premise is the main female lead here. She is under house arrest and everything after getting caught doing a crime. So she's got to pay. So she's basically, housebound basically to her parents' home and everything. And she's starting to think that the house is haunted. She's hearing things, like inside the walls and everything. I think like things are like missing and stuff. So she's like convinced that her parents' home is haunted. Then, as things kind of go on, she comes to discover that there was a girl who was murdered in her bedroom at some point. So now she's kind of convinced maybe it's the ghost of this girl, whatnot and everything. In the meantime, she's got this batshit crazy psychiatrist who is totally off his rocker. He doesn't really believe a lot of the stuff that she's saying. He's like, oh, well, you're kind of like fabricating this, you're, this, that, just really weird. You right off the bat, we're kind of like, okay, what is with this guy? Why is he just like not trusting anything she says and all this? So you got that, and then plus, with her trying to figure out, like, who murdered this girl in her room, the little, like, security guy or whatever, who also does, like, her little ankle bracelet and everything, he starts kind of, like, helping her out and everything. They think that the killer is one of the neighbors and everything, because he's a little weird, he never gets up before 2 p.m. and everything. Kind of like a recluse, kind of like I don't want to say like a hoarder, but maybe like collector of garbage. I don't know. But yeah, it just looks like kind of like a weird, dirty man. He is basically a hoarder because, he's got a lot of shit in his house, like just garbage in his house. So, they're trying to like figure all this stuff out. It's a fun little, like, goofy movie. I definitely had a couple of, like, chuckles and everything. The girl in this movie, the lead, oh my god, she's the best in this. It's a fun little time and everything, like I said. Oh man, I feel like, like, when I was watching this, I was almost a little hesitant, because I was like, okay, I'm really enjoying this movie, but is this gonna be another one of those, like, paranormal type movies? Because like I said, she thinks her parents' house is haunted and everything. It's not so much the case. This is not anything paranormal or anything, which I'm kind of glad it wasn't. We come to find out that there's actually someone living in the walls of her parents' house. He has been for like years and years. It literally has like watched this girl like grow up and everything, and like because he's drawn, like, pictures and everything of her, of, like, different moments of her life, of her coming home from school, or doing homework, or doing this, or, like, the day that she ran away. Like, he drew a picture of, like, of her mom out in the front of the house, like, crying, and then him in his little, like, window, because no one knows that he lives there, of him, like, kind of, like, waving goodbye, and saying, like, please don't leave us again, or please don't leave us. So it's just, like, little things like that. And then we kind of think that maybe this is the guy that, killed this young lady years before. No, not so much. Not so much. Spoiler alert, it is the doctor who killed the girl, and they kind of put this together because they're like, you know, he's over one night, and he's using the bathroom, like, how did you know that there's a bathroom upstairs? Like, how did you know about this? You know, so they kind of quickly realize, like, oh shit, like, no wonder why this doctor was like dismissing everything I was saying, because he did it, and he's trying to cover his ass because he knew that they were onto him. So, but yeah, it's kind of like a good little movie. Like I said, a lot of like really good laughs, like you know, good little chuckles and everything. I mean, it's not going to be anything quite like, say, like Shaun of the Dead, not quite that slapstick, but it's got some moments in it and everything. A perfect example is when like the security guy comes over to help her because, you know, he realizes that she's in distress, something's going on, and like the doctor's coming up behind him. You know, he doesn't know yet that, or like the security guy doesn't know yet that, you know, this doctor is like the murderer, and he's been trying to attack the mom and the daughter. You know, so he goes upstairs, he's looking at something, and the doctor's got the knife in his hand, slowly, you know, coming up behind him and everything. The guy kind of turns around. He's like, oh, you got a knife. Okay, cool, I can use this. And you're like, wait a second, he was just going to stab you with that. Like, what the hell? I know, but this is definitely a good little movie. I would say like about a 7 out of 10. You know, fun little movie. I would definitely... Excuse me. Oh my god. Allergies today, you guys. But no, like, honestly, like, I really wouldn't mind owning this in my collection. I wouldn't mind actually, you know, spending a couple bucks on this, or even if we got it in, like, horror pack or something, one of these months, I'd be totally okay with that. Like, this would be a type of movie I wouldn't mind seeing in a horror pack. Just saying. But yeah, if you guys have seen this, let me know what you guys think, if you loved it, hated it. What are some of the moments you enjoyed from this movie? What are some of the moments you guys hated from this movie? Let me know. Till next time, you guys, as always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.